In today's fast-paced, digitally driven business climate, there's an ever-increasing need for secure and convenient ways to capture, store, and share proprietary information. This includes everything from health records, tax returns, and legal documents to personal photos and private correspondence. My guest today is Liwen Yacobi, the founder and CEO of Whimsical, whose security solution, Wault, is designed to specifically address this problem. So tell us about Wault and Whimsical. So can you describe what the product is, what the solution is, and what's the pain point you're addressing? Like, what's the area of focus? What are you fixing?
It's very interesting. Vault, it actually came from our co-founder, Ellie, and his parents, as a friend, was about to retire, decided to sell the property and find out that the property is no longer theirs because the deed was stolen, was fraudulent, everything was sold under their eyes multiple times throughout life.
That's amazing.
So this is really a social cause, and caused him to say, well, this is not just, there must be a way to prevent such a thing. But that was 20 years ago, and it was too early of a time to really come up with something that's able to, without have to put out the entire infrastructure and everything physical.
Because it was all paper probably back
everything
then, right?
is paper, exactly.
Documents,
so it's very difficult.
Documents.
Now, 3 or 5 years ago, when you have technology in place, such as iPhones, they have internet, and make things much easier to actually accomplish that. So Vault is really created to protect the individuals like us or company, the vital document that's certified and can be verifiable, and through the whole, I would say, secure pipe.
Right. So it ties to some degree, sort of blockchain and distributed ledgers at a macro level. Okay, let's just get on into the weeds a little more. Describe in a bit more detail how it works and
right.
What it does.
In the Whimsical technology, when we first put out infrastructure, and blockchain is just in the horizon. It's not. But this is what we are planning to do also with Vault. We have a kind of like a mini blockchain per se. You have document actually no longer is not stored in one place. It's really scattered, in other places.
Right, broken into pieces and encrypted,
Correct.
right? So yeah, fantastic.
So with blockchain, it will make that even more, advanced and further hard to break.
Yeah. So the aha moment was this this friend looking to sell their property and realizing that the deed had been compromised somehow.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Very well. This is not just 20 years ago. 2 years ago, Wall Street Journal had an article about a woman that went on vacation and came back in New York City, and the doorman won't let her in. Say, "Hey, lady, you sold your apartment." So it happens here too. It's not,
Wow. And again, fraudulent
correct. Yes.
deeds, documents.
Absolutely.
So that said, tell us about your target market. So where do you think, I know you're an entrepreneur, the company is underway looking for customers. Who might be your ideal customer or set of customers or vertical, if you will?
According to market research, the two most vulnerable segment is the elderly and youngsters, the students. So we decide the student market might be better for us because this generation, they grow up with the phone attached to their hip. So that's the perfect market for us. So we are entering that market first before it.
Right, and we talked a little bit about healthcare too, again, just as a vertical per se. I mean, there's a lot of data focused on electronic health records and putting up portals where information gets shared or not, dealing with policy issues around like HIPAA and the like. Does that seem like a viable target at some point, or is it going to be
Yes, definitely. I think that market is very well suited for Vault. However, that market is in flux. It's kind of messy right now, and we wanted to wait until the dust settles a little bit before we enter in that market.